Kavonta Moses, 2 touchdowns receiving. Your fantastic freshman running back, 2 touchdowns rushing. Offensively, you guys were great in the first half. You were great defensively. In the second half, you guys had a couple of, miscommunications, and Chowan got back into that game. And like you said, Coach, you guys got down, but you showed the perseverance. Defensively, you guys made a huge stop in that fourth quarter to allow your offense to get the ball back and force overtime. In that overtime, you guys were able to prevail. And now, speaking about that overtime, were you surprised after Chowan scored that they called a timeout and decided to go for 2, decided to try to win the game?
I was not surprised. I think if I was at home and it was the situation was put in my hands, I think I would have done the same thing. We had the momentum and what they wanted to do. I think they didn't want to go into another overtime and try to end the game. They had a great play call, and it's just unfortunate that it did get completed, but it was on our side. But at the end of the day, as a coach, you make a decision, and then after you make the decision, it doesn't work. You can't look back and say I should have, could have done it differently. I think it was a great play call.
Yeah, Coach, I was watching on my phone, and I was shocked that he decided to go for 2. And like I said, I'm not a coach, so I was shocked. I'm like, wow, he's going for 2. This is the game. And you guys were able to come away with that victory. Defense made another play. Defensively, again, you guys played great in the first half. Didn't play as well in the second half, but you made enough plays. Players like Jaleel Scroggins, 10 tackles, 1 interception. Kevin Sherman, 8 tackles, 2 INTs. Your secondary played pretty well. Defensively, again, you guys, you bended, but you didn't break in that second half, and you showed perseverance coming back after giving up that lead. And I'm really happy for you, for your staff, and for the program. Big time win, starting off the conference 1-0. As you prepare for Edward Waters coming up this weekend, it's a non-conference game. How do you go into this week of preparation?
We're gonna, we're gonna enjoy. We've enjoyed the night of our win, but today as a coaching staff, we get together and get ready to dissect Edward Waters and let them know how important it is. Since we got a win, I felt like once we get a win, we'll get our mojo, and that snowball effect will come, and hopefully we come with the same energy, but we play 4 quarters, and get a victory. Edward Waters is a pretty good football team. They just decided to go in Division II, so they're trying to prove themselves. And Coach Ruffin, who used to be the head coach here at Shaw University, wants nothing more than to come to back to his home and try to defeat us. So we got to make sure we get prepared.
Well, Coach, I'm going to let you get out of here. I know it's a day, like you said, you celebrated that victory, but it's on to Edward Waters. This weekend, Saturday, Raleigh, North Carolina, the Shaw University Bear football program will host Edward Waters, 1 p.m., George Williams Athletic Complex. For more information on head coach Adrian Jones and the football staff and his football program, head to shawbears.com. Coach Jones, thank you so much for joining me short notice. I appreciate you, brother.
Thanks, man. Go Bears.
This is the Scoreboard with Damian Banks.
Yeah, you hear Coach Jones really proud of his program and proud of his student athletes, how they persevered, got up big again, 27-0 halftime lead, blew that lead, trailing 41-33 late in the fourth quarter, was able to force overtime, go into overtime, and ultimately win that game in OT. Coach Jones talked about just not giving up, really focusing and just keep playing. Whatever happens, keep playing. So that's what the football team did. Again, coming away with a 48-47 win. Thanks to Coach Jones for joining me. I know he's really busy. They're moving on to Edward Waters. Edward Waters will be the next game this Saturday, 1 p.m., George Williams Athletic Complex. And it is Faculty and Staff Appreciation Day, so half off of the tickets for faculty and staff. For more information on the football team and everything going on with that program, visit shawbears.com. Speaking of everything going on in the athletic program, let's get into the Shaw Bears Scoreboard. Let's start with volleyball, as head coach Jonathan Polk and the Lady Bears were at Pfeiffer last Tuesday. Hard-fought match in this one, dropped the first set 18-25 before taking the second set 25-11, fell in set 3 19-25 before winning the next set 25-15, but Pfeiffer took the fifth and deciding set 15-13 to edge Shaw 3-2. The Lady Bears were at Barton last Thursday, another back-and-forth match. The Lady Bears took the first set 25-23 before dropping the next set 17-25. Regained momentum in the third set, winning at 25-21 before dropping the next set 28-26. And in the fifth and deciding set, Barton edged Shaw 15-13 to win that match 3-2. The Lady Bears are now 0-7 overall. Still looking for their first win of the season. They will be at Livingstone this Thursday, September the 26th. Next, we have head coach Randy McClure and the men's and women's soccer program. We're going to begin with the men, who had a home match last Wednesday against Mount Olive at the MAC. After a scoreless first half, Mount Olive scored twice in the second half to defeat the Bears 2-0. On Saturday, the Bears were at Coker in Hartsville, South Carolina. Another defensive struggle and a scoreless first half. Coker's Christian Provenzano scored at the 7:51 mark. That proved to be the game winner as Shaw fell to Coker 1-0. The Bears are now 1-4 overall. They will be at Lincoln Memorial on September the 24th. Moving on to the women, who also hosted Mount Olive last Wednesday. Another defensive struggle, losing this one 1-0. The women also took on Coker in Hartsville, South Carolina this past weekend. Leslie Mendoza got the Bears on the board in the first half at the 8:11 mark to put Shaw up 1-0. But Coker would score the next 3 goals to defeat Shaw 3-1. The Lady Bears are now 1-3 overall, and they will be at Lincoln Memorial on September the 24th. Next up, we have cross country. Head coach Franz Quam Smith led both women's and men's squads in the Adidas Challenge in Cary, North Carolina. On the men's side of things, Peter Akaye placed 7th overall with the time of 16:22. The team finished 4th overall among non-Division I schools. On the women's side of things, the team finished 5th overall. Louisa Curry, 22nd overall out of 52 runners with a time of 21:25:02, and Katie Ann Went, 24th overall with a time of 21:30:02. Next up for the cross-country squads, they will be in the Queen City Invitational, September the 27th. Next up, we have men's and women's tennis. Head coach Sunday Inatan and those squads were on the road to start their seasons at Southern Virginia University. The men fell 5 matches to 2, but the women fared much better. The Lady Bears knocked off Southern University 4 matches to 3, winning all 3 singles matches. Ava Simo won the number 1 singles match 6-3, 6-1. Syria Debay won the number 2 singles match 6-2, 6-1. And Kunda Mayanga won the number 4 singles match 6-1, 6-2. Congratulations to the Lady Bears. They are now 1-0 on the young season. For more information on men's and women's tennis, visit shawbears.com. And that was your Shaw Bears Scoreboard. Great week of action in all facets of the athletic department at Shaw University. Again, congratulations to the football team. Women's tennis got their first win of the season. Cross country, men's and women's are in full swing. Soccer, men's, women's in full swing. Support every program at Shaw University. For more information on every sport, go to shawbears.com. Also on shawbears.com, you can find this podcast. You can find all the old podcasts on shawbears.com. Again, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Sports by Damian. That's SportsBydamion. And Shaw University Athletics are on social media. On Twitter, it's at Shaw Bears. On Instagram, it's at SU_Bears. And on Facebook.com/Shaw Bears. And we thank you kindly. Thank you all for listening to another episode of the Shaw Report, but I gotta go. But before I do, remember, never take no for an answer. And if the door is locked, dig a tunnel underneath the building and sneak your way in. This has been the Shaw Report. I am Damian Banks. I got 2 words for you people. I'm gone. A heap sees, but a few knows.
Only a few.
So many have come before, but only a few can go. We invite you to our house. Just make sure you wipe your feet at the door.